sure it's a long process to get from new offense to week one, but just how do you feel like things are coming along so far?
I think it's going great. You know, Coach has given us a lot of reps, given a lot of our young guys reps, which is awesome. A lot of meeting time. Guys are squeezing every ounce out of every day, working their tail off for us.
In general, what are you seeing out of your quarterbacks right now?
Seeing a lot of competition. See 3 guys that can play. See 3 athletic guys. See guys working their tail off, getting coached by Janoko, who's, putting in overtime hours, getting them late night videos, and just really impressed by the way he coaches. And those guys are lucky to have him.
You worked with Sam obviously in the past, and he goes how the year he did. How do you see him kind of grow from when you're with him in San Francisco?
You see the tape. The tape tells it all. He grew a lot. He took an opportunity there and ran with it, and he's been doing a great job for us here. He's studying. He's teaching the young guys, helping me get the system taught, as well as guys like Cooper Kupp. Really impressed with Sam thus far. Impressed with Drew. Impressed with Jalen. That's 3 really good players.
How similar is what you're doing right now to with Darnold in San Francisco?
It's a good starting point. We're putting our own system together, not giving away any trade secrets, but right now just putting in some base offense and having those guys go out and execute every day.
What have you learned about Jalen, seeing him in person? The way he moves, the way he throws, about his game, getting a chance to see it close.
Number one thing that stands out is the guy's a worker. You see him in there at 4:30 in the morning on the field, going through his plays. Nobody asked him to do that, but he's out there putting in extra time. I've seen him grow a lot from rookie minicamp to now, so I've been impressed with the kid.
The offensive line, I know it's hard to judge when there's no pads and stuff like that, but just kind of what you're seeing out of those guys and how Gray's fitting into that so far.
Yeah, it's a young group, which is fun because you get to mold those guys, and Coach Benton and Coach J.O. and Rick Dennison are spending a lot of time with those guys, and they're responding. Gray's been doing a fine job. We have a lot of competition up front at offensive line, so guys are moving around, and because of that, there's just there's a high spirit every day of guys trying to win a job.
What is it about the way Coach Benton goes about the job, handles that position, that you like and kind of vibe with and appreciate?
I think he's a supreme teacher. Holds his guys accountable, but the man can teach, and he stands up in front of our offense every day and leads the run game, and works alongside Rick, who's the same way, great teacher. Kennedy Palomao, Mac Brown's a phenomenal coach at tight ends. Coach Frisman Jackson is coaching the run game like any offensive line coach would right now too. So we're really blessed to have a whole staff of really talented coaches.
Speaking of that run game, what are your first impressions now that you've got to see this whole array of running backs on the field and the different skill sets those guys bring to the table?
It's early. You'll see the pads come on in the fall, and then we'll see who our best running backs are. This time of year, we're out there practicing in underwear, so their main skill set doesn't get to shine through. But I've been really pleased with the detail they're putting in, and they have a phenomenal coach in Kennedy, and he's going to stay on them.
Going back to where does the competition stand right now at right guard?
At right guard, we're 5 practices in. It's wide open, brother.
And with the O-line, what are you looking for right now? Like you say, they're early, power, movement, getting the concepts. What really are y'all trying to do right now, early?
Yeah, we're really trying to be great teachers and install a basic system. Trying to put in a zone run game and put in a new language. We're trying to get guys all speaking the same language and using precise words precisely, and learning a new cadence. Every day is the first day, these first 5 installs, so we're just doing a lot of teaching, and we're correcting the film.
Obviously seen Cooper Kupp from afar for a long time, but working with him, what stands out most about him as a player?
What stands most about him is very similar to what I said about Jalen, is just his work ethic. He's in there early, he's staying late, asking a lot of great questions, and then he just leads by example right now. He's in there early with the quarterbacks, and it's hard to get him out of the building. He wants to be great, and then all his tangibles and intangibles are rubbing off on the younger guys.
What do you evaluate about yourself and your own performance and growth as an offensive coordinator?
Yeah, how much we win. That's what it all comes down to. So that's where we all have to be better.
How much do you see play calling versus play design versus preparation, execution, practice? Which of those do you feel like are areas you want to see growth?
Yeah. Well, I think if you're not trying to get better, then the rest of the league's catching up to everything you did on film last year. You know, those are the things that they're practicing when they go to prepare for us. So we have to make sure that we're not predictable. And but this time of year, we're not worried about that. We're just worried about having great fundamentals. You know, teaching our system, holding our guys accountable. That's what's most important, because when the season starts and you start putting in new plays, that's what's going to help you win games is great fundamentals and effort.
In New Orleans last year, your offense was among the league leaders in like getting passing plays outside the pocket. Obviously, not all of that is by design, but what's your philosophy on that? What can that do for an offense?
I think just moving the launch point is a part of what we do when we have the opportunity to do it. To extend the down longer and push the ball down the field. So I think if we're always staying in between the two guards, it just makes life a lot harder for the signal caller. So trying to help him out.
You had Valdez-Scantling in New Orleans for a little while last year. What did you see out of him there, and what can you kind of bring here with that?
Yeah, I just saw a really intelligent guy that could play all the spots and made plays. You know, came to us in the middle of the season, learned a new system, and just really impressed with his intellect and the type of teammate that he was, and he's picked up right where he left off.
How important is it to put second level of defense in conflict, and how much are you trying to accomplish that with your offense?
Yeah, I think if you don't show them that you're going to push the ball down the field, and they'll start squatting on you. So we got to prove that we can do that, and you got to earn that right too by running the ball, so that they will step up.
Beyond the work ethic stuff, what stands out to you about how Jalen plays?
Just, you know, he's a heck of an athlete, number one, but you know, the guy's putting a lot of time in, learning a brand new way of communicating and offense, and just his ability to make plays with his feet right now. He's got excellent arm strength, great athleticism, and he's in the process of having his mind catch up to his feet, and there's a lot of the whole offense is doing that, learning a new system. So, but he's doing a heck of a job at it thus far.
Obviously, fans get excited about the idea of Jalen Milroe coming in special packages, and obviously it's way early for all that stuff. Can you talk about like the decision factors and when you take a starting quarterback off the field and put in a specialty package versus stick with your starter?
Yeah, they got to go earn it in practice. So when they show it, then that's when it's time.
Thanks, Klint.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.